before France, before Napoleon, before Europe changed forever. Something had already begun, not in Europe, but across the ocean. In the 1700s, America wasn't a country, it was a group of colonies, controlled by Britain. At first, everything seemed normal, but slowly, people began to notice something strange. Power existed, rules existed, taxes existed, but their voice did not, and that raised a question that would change history. Why should someone far away control our lives without asking us? Britain had just fought a massive war, and wars are expensive to recover. It introduced new taxes the colonies were expected to pay, but they had no say in those decisions, and that led to a simple idea: no taxation without representation. At first, it sounded like a complaint, but it wasn't. It was something much bigger. It was people beginning to question power itself, and once people start doing that, things don't stay the same. In 1773, something unexpected happened. A group of colonists boarded British ships and threw tea into the ocean, the Boston Tea Party. It wasn't about tea, it was about control. It was the moment people stopped accepting authority and started challenging it. And once that line is crossed, there's no going back. Soon, words turned into war. In 1775, the American Revolution began. It wasn't a fair fight. Britain had power, the colonies had belief, and in moments like this, a leader can change everything. His name, George Washington. He wasn't the strongest general, he didn't have the biggest army, but he understood something important. This was not just a war, this was about an idea, that people could rule themselves, and under his leadership, that idea survived. In 1776, the colonies made a bold decision. They declared independence. For the first time, a nation was built on a powerful belief. That power comes from the people. At first, victory seemed unlikely, but then came a turning point, and something unexpected happened. France joined the war, not just to defeat Britain, but because it saw something new, a different way of organizing power. France didn't just help America win, it witnessed a new idea in action. And when French soldiers returned home, they carried that idea with them. Ideas of liberty, equality, representation. But in France, the system was already breaking. High taxes, inequality, a powerful monarchy. All it needed was a spark, and that spark had already arrived. What started in America did not stay in America, and what exploded in France did not stay in France either, because revolutions do something strange. Even after the fighting ends, the ideas continue moving quietly, from one country to another, from one generation to the next, and slowly, the world begins to change. That's why history is not just about the past, it explains the present. Politics, economics, even the systems we live inside today were shaped by people long before us, sometimes in ways most people never notice. During the French Revolution, people who supported different ideas sat on different sides of a hall. One side wanted major change, the other wanted to protect tradition. And over time, those positions became something we still hear today: the political left and right. Even modern banking systems did not appear out of nowhere. They evolved over centuries, from older ways of storing wealth, protecting resources, and managing trade. The modern world was built slowly, idea by idea, decision by decision, and once ideas like liberty and representation enter history, they become impossible to contain.